guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chip, and in today's video we are doing an exciting unboxing, testing out first impression of the new Glamlite Street Taco palette. Yes, it was recently released last week on Tuesday for Taco Tuesday, and today is Saturday. I already have it in hand. This is crazy. So in today's video, we will be taking a closer look at this new palette from the company and doing this makeup look. I have some thoughts on the color, the performance, and all that good jazz. So if you are interested, stay tuned and let's get to chatting. Beginning, Glamlite came out with a new palette. Now this is called the Street Taco palette, and it's a mini version of what we already know as the Viva Taco palette that came out, I think, last year, if I do believe. Now this is a new palette. It's a mini size. It's fun. If you like small palettes, this is definitely up your alley. Like I said, this took a week, less than a week to get to me. I ordered this on Tuesday of last week and it's Saturday today. It's here. So this is how the palette came. Of course it came in like its shipping stuff, but I already took that away. But this is the outer cartridge or the outer component of the taco palette, the mini taco palette. It is so cute. And it's a smaller version of what we knew for the Viva Taco palette, the bigger size. But for this palette, I love the aesthetic. Street taco, very cute. Street tacos, I guess, are known to be smaller. But yeah, I love it. And on the back of the cartridge, you do get more information about the palette. And this is a cruelty-free and vegan product. And it'll last up to 18 months. That is the stamp date. And then you can use hashtag Glamlite on Instagram to post your looks. So this is super cute. And it opens up. Voila. So here is the palette itself. So cute. And I went ahead and pulled out the Viva Taco palette so we could do a size comparison. So this was the original taco palette from Glamlite, and this is the new one. So if we look, it is a smaller palette, but it's meant to be the mini version, but it's just so cute. I absolutely love their packaging. On the back, of course, it says do not eat. Yes, it looks like a taco, but it's not a taco. Okay, and let's go ahead and open up the palette. So on the inside, we're seeing beautiful vibrant shades. Off the bat, we do have a nice mirror here, and it says Street Taco Glamlite, and these shades, you guys, are absolutely stunning. I fell in love as soon as I opened it. I was like, oh my gosh, so pretty. You have a mixture of mattes in here, a mixture of metallic shades, so you can have kind of the best of both worlds. You have bright vibrant shades, and then you also have some a neutral brown and a deeper brown to deepen up any type of look. Now, what I do appreciate about this palette specifically is that there's no black. And the reason I say that is because I have enough black shadows. I have single black shadows. I have black shadows in other palettes. Some palettes from the same company just keep putting a black shade in there. I'm talking about you, ABH. I have a lot of black shadows. So I am very appreciative that this came with more of like a chocolatey brown, so I can use that type of shade to deepen up. And if I want a black, I'll just dip into another palette. No biggie. But I feel like they didn't waste a shade space with a black shadow. Does that make sense? So I'm very appreciative of that. Now, if you don't have a black shadow and you're wanting one in here, I'm sorry. So I want to also give a comparison as far as shades. So here is the original taco palette. And I've already done a full video, a full review, swatches, eye look with this palette, and I'll leave it in the iCards if you were interested. And this is the mini palette. So looking at these two palettes, we have two repeats. So we have the carne asada, which is that dark chocolate brown. That's a repeat. And then we also have pico de gallo, which is a repeat as well. So let's go ahead and swatch those two shades because I want to really see if they are true repeats of each other. Oh, so beautiful. Okay, so this is pico de gallo out of the big taco palette, so the Viva Taco palette. and this is Pico de Gallo out of the Street Taco palette. So yes, they are very identical shades. I would say they're identical shades. So you have 2 overlaps. So if that bothers you, there you go. And then we have, this is carne asada. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce these authentically. I'm just not. But this is the carne asada shade in the big palette, the big taco palette. And this is the carne asada shade in the Street Taco palette. So again, these are the only 2 repeat shades that we have in the big Viva Taco palette and the mini Street Taco palette. So if you are kind of upset about repeat shades, then just know that you're going to have 2 repeats. But I feel like those 2 repeats, I'm fine with. You still have the classic name shades. So you have a guacamole in here, which is a matte lime green, but the guacamole in here is like a metallic shimmery green. So it's a different finish, same name. But yeah, so this is kind of like a comparison of both 2 palettes together. Which one do I like more? I mean, I love having more shade options, so I'm glad I have the Viva Taco, but for honestly on-the-go looks, if you like smaller palettes, then I would say that the Street Taco palette is more up your alley. But other than that, I love it. I love the packaging, I love the colors in here, and it literally fits in the palm of my hand. It is so small, and it has a mirror, so you're kind of like, you don't have to grab another accessory to do your eye looks. So I wanted to do this look as well with only using the Street Taco palette because I wanted to really test out the colors, the pigmentation, the blendability. So what we're gonna do is zoom in a little closer, and I want to show you step by step how I created this look using only this palette and quite a few shades. I wanted to kind of get a little feel of this palette for my deep skin tone and see if I really can work with it. So let's do that. Let's zoom in and play with some eyeshadow. So to start this look, I'm going to prime my eyes using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Potion Primer in Original, apply that all over my eyelid, and blend it out with the brush. So the first shade out of the Street Taco palette I'll be using is called Picante, and I'll be applying that with the Morphe M322 brush. That is a gorgeous shade. This orange, you guys, is so pigmented. Look at how gorgeous that is. I love it. And right now I'm just patting on this color to build up this pigmentation. But this is such a gorgeous orange. Okay, and the next shade I'll be jumping into is called Repollo Rojo. Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce these authentically enough. And I'll be using the Morphe M578 brush, and I'm applying that right next to Picante. And I'm doing the same type of motion. I am stippling on the color because I want to make sure that I can build up this pigmentation. And I'm going to ever so gently overlap this purple to the orange to make sure that there's a good blend in between the 2 colors. Okay, and the next shade that I'll be using is called Carne Asada, and I'll be using the Sephora Pro number 16 brush and applying this to the end of my eye, again with more stippling motions. And I still want to do a little bit of overlap here with the purple to make sure that there's a blend. Now this is like a true chocolate brown shade, and I love that it's still very pigmented on my skin tone. So I know that on fair skin tone, this is just going to pop even more and give a really true chocolate color. Okay, and next what I want to do is make sure that the edges of each of these shadows is blended out because I don't want this really harsh line. And this should just help diffuse the line so it's not so harsh and it looks like a really nice soft blend. So the next step I'll be doing is cutting my crease, and I'll be using the Juvia's Place concealer. This is the I Am Magic concealer in the shade 9, and I'm just going to do one of just my go-to cut creases. Okay, and to set the concealer, I'll be using the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder in the original shade with a very fluffy brush, and I'm using the Morphe M519 brush, and I just want to pat this over the concealer to make sure that it's not going to crease. So the first shade I'll be diving into is the Pico de Gallo shade, and I'm using the M124 brush from Morphe and applying that in my inner corner first. Yes, oh, this is such a pretty shade. So I just want to kind of follow my cut crease, but I don't want to connect. I want to leave this empty space, or this naked space, in between the two oranges. So the next shade we'll be diving into is called Red Onions, using the same brush and applying that beside the orange shade as well. That is pretty as well. And the next shade we're using is called Carnitas, and I'm using the Sephora Pro number 15 brush, and we're going to apply that beside the purple. And I'm going back in with Carne Asada, and I want to add this kind of finishing wing to the look. And here what I ended up doing is switching brushes because I wanted something that was a little bit more detailed. So I'm using the Sephora with Moschino collaboration brush number 5, and it's just giving me a more sharper edge to this look. And for lashes today, I'll be using the Spooky Babe Cosmetic lashes. These are new to the company, to the line, and these are called Witching Hour. I do have a discount code if you are interested, and I'll leave all that information down below. I love these new lashes. They are so fun, and yeah, I've been feeling them lately, so I thought I'd put them on for this look as well. Alright, so that completes the look, and honestly, I like it. I really do like this look. I think not only is like the design really like funky and cool, but I feel like the shades are nice. The orange, I would say, is probably my favorite shade that I used out of this look, and that shade is called Picante. I think Picante blended out really nicely. I feel like it's a bold, rich orange for deeper skin tone, and if you're fair to medium, this is going to pop like no one's business, okay? This orange is going to be so, so beautiful on you. And as far as the other shades, now I know I'm gonna get a question as to why I didn't use like a white base, a black base. I don't like to use any type of colored bases when I'm doing a first impression because I want to see if this eyeshadow palette really performs on its own. Now, of course, next time I will use a white base, and I know these metallic shades, these more shimmery shades will pop a little bit more. But for just using a concealer that is true to my skin tone, setting that with a translucent setting powder, I still feel like the metallic shades performed really well. I would rate this palette an 8 out of 10. I'm taking points off based on the 2 repeating shades, and I think it's just like the purple kind of, it's a little dull for me. The brown is nice, but I think an 8 out of 10 is a fair score for this palette. Do I recommend it? Yes, because it is cute. I'm a sucker for a cute palette. But also it's functional, it's versatile, you can really do a lot of looks. You can do neutral looks, you can do colorful looks, so it really plays to what you want to do and what your mood is. And if you don't have the Viva Taco palette because it's too big, then this is a nice little mini version of that with some additional new shades that aren't in the other palette. I have done full swatches of this palette on my Instagram if you are curious, so definitely go follow me there and you can see the whole palette swatched out. Alright, so with that, that is all I have for this video. So please let me know what you think of this palette down below. Do you like it? Are you gonna get it? If not, why not? Let's just chat about makeup. We're leaving everything on a very respectable, very nice platform on my channel. So please be respectful when we are commenting. And that is all I have. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.